Sorry, just trying to get the filters all set up. There we go. Oh, good. So I'm gonna see if I can get that subscribers only mode thing figured out so I don't have to launch it every time. At the beginning of every video. Okay. Excuse me. Put this guy over here. Alright, so we're going to be starting on this. I may just paint the interior of the cockpit and the rest of it might get painted at a later date. We shall see, we shall see. We shall see. Go through some of that literature later too. So I'm just reading a brief review. Hey Ken, good morning. What's going on, brother? A brief review of this model. Fitment issues. Not a surprise, really. I hear that frequently from about these things. What's going on, Ken? Not much. How are you? I'm all right. Just muddling my way through, brother. Just muddling my way through. You? How are things on your end? There's a little piece in there that I think just came out. I'm not sure if that's a part or part of a sprue. We'll figure it out. I hear you. Same. Can't complain. Everyone is healthy. Right. Well, can complain. Just not in the morning. You know, it's interesting. Now that I'm going to be starting this live thing on, hey, Austin, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Now that I'll be starting the live thing on Thursdays, I bet you can. That I feel like the morning sessions can be less about the crazy shit. We'll see. I think as things get crazier, that might change, but I feel like at least I'll be able to be a lot more venting during that time. Raymond, and he uses that term loosely. It's a pretty sizable model for a 1/72nd scale. Anyway, happy Thursday, everybody. I'm doing nothing special with this thing. I'll be, might do a camo paint job. I'll see. kind of like the British version of this thing. We'll see. Do my own version of it. I don't really care. Yeah. So for anybody who's kind of just popping in, I'm working on the. I should just leave this out. The Airacomet. That was what was voted on yesterday. The majority of people attending yesterday said, "Yeah, work on the plane. The plane." Do want to point out something. So Austin knows about this because he's heard me say this, because this is part of the Kirk collection. And what this guy did was he would sometimes throw in an additional kit and notes and would mark it, because of course you have to mark it on both sides, right? Hey Nick, good morning. So in this model box, he threw in, I guess he must have gotten this one even earlier. There's a vacuum form version of this model. Which someday I may have to try a vacuum form kit just to do something different. But in terms of like the level of detail, interesting thing is like this thing appears to have, like the vacuum form, appears to have more panel lines. Now, is that accurate? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. The landing gear is all on one strut. In fact, what's funny, when I saw this, it's like, why is there a unicycle included? In fact, I'd almost be tempted just to build that as a unicycle. See, you're building the vacuum form version, right? No, I'm not. But Nick, if you would like it, I will send it down to you. What, a unicycle or a vacuum form kit? Or the actual Airacomet? I'll take the Airacomet. I think this is a cool looking design. Send it. It's yours. It is going to my boy Nick. But what he included in here, I have a box full of those kits. Yeah, I've got a few more as well. They're all in my fucking garage. So he would include. This is what I like about this. This guy was like anal retentive to a degree that I've never seen. So he would clip articles on the plane itself, on the model, not just this one, because this is the 1/72nd scale special hobbies, but he would do the same with. This is the 1/48 scale. From Scale Aviation Modeler. He would do like the 1/48 scale and throw it in this box. He only built 1/72nd. And then 1/48 scale review in French. Good day, Bonnie. How are you? Now, in terms of looking at this thing, it's like the detail that he's got in here is fabulous. Like, this is like, if you're looking to build accurately, I mean, this is pretty impressive, right? Like, you can actually see some of the detail work that gets done inside. I'm doing good. I'm happy to hear that, Bonnie. Very happy to hear that. Joe, good day. You know, it's pretty impressive. This is a pretty intense article. You know, wiring it up, you know, getting like the pipe. Like, for me, landing gear is always up because this thing's flying. So, anyway. So, and then, of course, I mean, I'm not kidding you, almost every model included something like personal notes. So this one here, special hobby, describing the plane. As of January 5th, this Parla or Azur or AML or like model is the best 1/72nd P59 but then the only competition is a vac included and a Merlin separate box. So he bought like every version of this model. So I, of course, saw this one. I'm like, yeah, I'll do this one. In any case, I appreciate very much. I do appreciate the anal retentiveness, and at the same time, it is a very clear indicator to me of just there are times when I just can't do that kind of like detail. Meaning, I don't want to go to that extreme on the research on the plane. And in fact, given how many models he has unbuilt, the majority of the stuff is basically, he did more research than he did building. Now, that's not to say he didn't build. And he did quite a bit, but yeah. In any case, we're going to start with the cockpit. I may do, and from what I read briefly in one of the reviews, this thing has a shit fit. We're going to figure it out. There we go. And by the way, all fully assembled. I'll be bagging it up and storing it. This is it's a fabulous model. It really is. It's a really, really good model. One of the best I've ever built? Maybe not. But it is a really, really nice thing. It's just snapped together, Bonnie. And what I do is I then basically take all the models that I just snap up, bag them, toss them into a bin, and at some later point, when I've kind of gone through a lot of this stuff, I'll probably start doing more finish work. Right now, as you've probably seen, because I still have my plane thing here, I've got another tank here, I've got a bunch of other stuff. I start a lot of projects. That claw, it is. Oh my God, it is the claw. I'm wondering if they actually based it on this guy. Yeah, they probably did. I start a lot of projects, but when it comes to the finishing part, I'm not the biggest fan of painting, right? Hey, Edwin, good evening. I don't get as much enjoyment out of the finish. I enjoy the construction side, and not just snapping. I mean, I'm talking about, like, I really prefer to do glue together stuff. Excuse me. But in any case, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I start, and I got to get to the finish point. But it's just, painting is something I just can't do online, and I'm spending less time doing work in the evening. And show it at a meeting. Yeah, how about I do that? So, this has sat here for about a week, and I hope this weekend I can actually get to getting the finished work. But by evening time, Austin, it's a great point. By evening time, I'm just like, I don't want to come down to the bench. I'm tired. I just want to decompress. There's just a lot of shit going on in my life right now and in the world, and it's like, in the evening, for some reason, I just don't want to be down here. Now, during the day, particularly if we're doing this, or like when my mind's a little bit more alert, I like working on this stuff. But I got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. Ooh, this was at 30-gram weight. Interesting. All right, let's get to it. Really? Oops. Let the daughter just finish the rest, since we'll be doing the background anyways. I'd love to get her to do it too. So this is us. I was just trying to coordinate our schedules for this, because she's also getting home from being, we've had the conversation about this. A lot of work going on in her life. She's also now started taking up roller derby, so it's taking up a lot of her evening time is either resting from a full day of work or getting ready to go roller skating. But yeah, Yeah. I think if I get my part done, then I can at least, say, okay, now it's on you. Anything you can do to get it done. At this point, it's looking like I'll be bringing this to the May meeting. And I'm hoping not just this, I'm hoping also, like I said, I really want to get Misa done. I got the paints, now it's just a matter of just sitting down here and getting the painting done. Okay. For real? I don't think I've ever seen a model that calls out a runner number in the manual, but there is no number for the part on the actual runner. That's pretty fucking stupid, but okay. This could be an interesting project in terms of trying to see if I can get this thing done in reasonable time. See the tennis ball, what the next? See the tennis ball. What the thing next to Oh, right next to it. So you got the tennis ball, you got the hand, and you've got a figure from my good friend Joe, Gundam Curator. He painted a little figure of Garma for me, and it's sitting there. The T90 has wrong numbering. Yes, it does. Hey, Richard. Good day. How are you? Oh, that's interesting. So I'm just trying to figure out, so that, this is very interesting assembly. Figure it out. Hello. Yeah, I don't understand sometimes the the decisions that are made. Sorry, guys. I'm froggy in the throat. I don't understand sometimes the decisions that are made by these manufacturers, and I start to understand why John Bias goes off on special hobby models. I'm gonna build it anyway. Wow, that's pretty fucked. Yeah, it's just interesting to see stuff. Those are not just injection pin marks. Those are like breaking it off. And what's interesting is it's literally residing right in a detailed area, which you're supposed to paint. So that's going to require some cleanup. And it's like you put that into a part and into an area that needed to get cleaned up. It's kind of stupid. Literally right on top of a detail. Whatever. I gotta find a figure for this thing too, a little pilot figure. I got plenty of those little Japanese figures, so one will be dropped in here. Then so this is the other thing. This is how I work on this stuff. I also start thinking, what do I want to do with this thing? So what's the scheme? So when I originally started working on the GB, it was designed it was like I was going to do it in its stock out of the box kind of finish. And as I started to build it, I started to see different things. And that's when it transformed from like the early 1930s racer into a mid 1930s Batman plane. I finished up pre-shading last night. Only way I can stop my mind from racing and ruminating on what's going on is getting downstairs and doing something that keeps my mind busy. Kind of F. No, I get it. We all have to do those things that kind of do that. I've been actually, the funny part about it is what I do sort of in my off time, except for scale modeling, because I've been doing this pretty consistently for the last I'm starting what, my ninth year, eighth year, whatever the fuck it is, eighth year. I actually will watch, like, I'll be like going into doing movies, or I'll listen to music, or certain types of podcasts. Like I've talked a lot about Ocean Liner Designs and Martin Kovach and all those guys. But now I'm actually enjoying hearing about the craziness of the world. It's in some ways it's cathartic. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's when I hear other people kind of seeing the same stuff that I'm seeing, it's like, okay, it's not just me. So it's almost like reinforcement. Okay, I'm not the one who's going crazy. Well, I am going crazy, but not the only one going crazy. All right, I think that's the only two parts from here. So you're supposed to glue this back piece on, which of course is also pretty bunged up. Love it. But yeah, Austin, I'm so happy that you that's what you do. You go downstairs and kind of work on it. You know, hobbies are meant to do, or our interests, our passions are meant to actually, you know, be those things that calm us, that bring us to a good place in the world, right? And I fully embrace that. In fact, you know, even though I'm not finishing as much stuff as I would like, it's not like I'm not, you know, assembling stuff and thinking about stuff, and you know, just not getting it fully done. I am working on stuff. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. It's beveled, stupid, but beveled. Bring this over here. Anyway, that's what I got going on. Anybody else got anything to say? Assuming that's decent. It's weird. It's like you have to go to the manual. It's like, okay, so what part is this? Oh yeah, it's that one right there. Okay, that just confirming it. It's kind of dopey. It's a dopey way of doing something. I almost pulled out a World War II French plane, but I stopped myself because it's propeller driven and it's dual propeller, and I was thinking, oh, this will be fun to put motors into. But since I've just wrapped up with something like that, I didn't want to do another motorized kit. But I will likely end up doing that at some point. It looks really cool. The Potaz 630. But I needed to build a jet. I almost pulled out the Micrometer, the new Micrometer Draken, but that's one I want to do something really special with. I picked that up this late last year. What motorized kit did you just wrap up? Oh, I see. You're being facetious, aren't you? The one that failed, Nick. Nick's being facetious here. Thanks, man. Thanks for rubbing it in. C38. I guess, let's see if it looks like a C. Yeah, pain in the ass. Just for that, I might have to send you 2 vacuum form kits. Speaking of, I just got yesterday, I was expecting it not to ship until May, June. Morning, new account. Had to get past the 10-minute barrier before I could say hi. Hey, yes. Hey, Spencer, what's going on, brother? Yeah. I'm doing that because I needed to keep the spam stuff down, and so far it's been working pretty well. But thank you for fighting through the 10 minutes. I appreciate it. Good morning. How are you, Spence? Ugh, this thing is awful. Spencer! It's all good. It's a good call. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. I really don't understand. I guess you build this whole second. It's okay. I may actually paint this. If I could get myself motivated later tonight, I'm gonna try to paint this area. The Harpy is a jet. It is. It is, and I actually do plan on it. And it's literally every day I look at the manual. It's sitting under my desk, and as I walk towards my desk, it's right there. I know. How's the week so far? Um, here's the thing. In the end, Edwin, good question. It's going well. No major complaints. You know, had to yell at my boss again yesterday. That was entertaining as fuck. Um, just, and I say that, and it sounds joking, but it's like I take it seriously, and it's like, and I'm trying to get across to him the seriousness of his crazy shit. And I'm not sure he always buys in, which is kind of stupid. But other than that, you I got home early because unfortunately we fire my day got firebombed by having to go into Boston, which I wasn't planning on. I actually had other shit I needed to do. I will likely hand brush Kovova natural metal, whatever the fuck that is. I think I'm going to hand brush all of the details in here, including the interior of the car. I'm not going to airbrush anything. But that's been my week. Yeah, so far the week's been like okay work-wise. I'm getting stuff accomplished. I just feel like I'm getting accomplished without much support. Um, and then on the plus side, my wife is coming home tonight. So we'll be spending time this weekend. We got a dance competition this weekend. It's good. In that regard, it's good. How's your week been so far, Edwin? Tough for us long-term listeners to wait 10 minutes to make fun of you. Oh, Ray. I'm sure you'll find a way of entertaining yourself in the meantime. Hey, sorry I need to go, but I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Bye, George. Bye, Bonnie. Have a great rest of your day as well. Thank you. It's always nice to see you popping in. Where is the competition? What competition are we talking about? Sorry, I apologize, Austin. What the competition are we talking about? Dance competition. Oh, this weekend? This weekend the dance competition is down in Sturbridge. I think it's only on, like, my daughter only has performances, or she only competes on Sunday. I could be wrong. It could be Saturday. It could be Sunday. There we go. I will say there's something cathartic about gluing a model together, which I appreciate much more than snapping something together. The older I've gotten, the more I used to drift towards this, and I'm drifting back towards um, uh, towards gluing. I mean, you can certainly glue a snap together model. It's quite true, but just looking to see how this is all coming together. Driving around town while it is more quiet than usual and still nursing the food poisoning. Still, It's been almost a week, hasn't it? Enjoying the fumes? I love the smell of thin cement in the morning. It smells like victory. Ah, love it. Mr. Color, paints, leveling thinner, Tamiya paints. I love all those smells. I'm sure they're doing like a destructive something to me. Hopefully your shipment from Adam and Eve gets delivered on time. I hope so. I hope so. Someday this war is going to end. I'm sorry, Peter. I kind of missed some of this. Someday this war is going to. Oh yeah, the rest of that line. Yes. Someday this war is going to end. And I'm saying this from a perspective of the movie. As soon as I saw that, it's like the second thing that came to mind is Charlie, don't surf. Oh God. I did watch. I watched the. There are two versions of that film. Hey Seb, good evening. How are you? Excuse me. Good day. How are you? Ooh, got a little confused there. There are two versions of that movie. There's the original cut, and then there's the Hi, Adam and Eve. Then there's the what does he call it? The Apocalypse Now Redux version. I gotta tell you, I hate the Redux version. I think he did a great job of selectively editing. The Redux, I think it adds too much length, and it may be following sort of like the original source material a little bit more closely, but in terms of a movie narrative, it falls apart. I'm fine, slowly waking up from my night shift, and how are you? I'm doing very well. Yeah, the pacing is all wrong. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Peter. It's wrong. It is wrong. Yeah, Seb, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How was hopefully you had a nice peaceful night at work? It's a good idea for a model or funeral like a pharaoh does an airbrush in a rack of paints. Ooh, Edwin. Kind of like that. I might have to start putting together my little okay, so when I go, I want you to burn me with these things. I'm with you. The Redux is not nearly. Yeah, it's not. Years ago, when I was first getting to understand film, I remember watching a bunch of movies and just thinking like why did they like the deleted scenes? Oh, they should include that. They should include that. And then after a while, you start to realize when there's some scenes that should probably stay. But there's like in terms of like the Aliens redo where he added in the 20 minutes that he originally cut out, Cameron cut out. That to me makes a lot more sense. I think it added some flavor. There's some places where it kind of bogs things down a little bit, but it added a lot more backstory. But in Redux, oh my God, no. It totally blew the pacing of the movie. I think there's a third version as well of Apocalypse Now. Oh God, I hope not. Hey Mason, what's going on, brother? A third version? Oh shit. That sounds like Lucas. Fucking Lucas. All right, I got to figure out what this is absolutely stupid. And I have to try to figure out orientate. It's a terrible way to do model work. Hey there, Mason. Hey there. How many Blade Runner cuts are there? Oh God, yeah, there's 5 or 6. I know. That's another one. It's like, guys, just stop. Now, the first cut, the original Hollywood cut, definitely broken. I think I'm not sure it was the final cut, but there's like he's got 4 or 5 of them. But the one where you actually get rid of the Decker's thought process, get rid of it. The movie actually tightened up so much more. Or a Tombstone would say, "Here lies Marlon name, the rivet counter." Oh God, no, never rivet counter, never, never. Oh God, no, Edwin. I think this is the Sea Runner. Yep, C20. Okay. Ugh. I'm assuming it's this. Yeah, it looks like it's this. Before I get going, I do want to show one model that I did pick up. I pre-ordered this thing, and it wasn't supposed to ship until end of May, but it came much earlier than expected, like yesterday. It's the new Meng 1/72 scale Merkava MK4M, Mark 4M, and this to me is one of the most iconic looking tanks out there. I mean, it sucks what it actually is doing, but in terms of its appearance, this thing is pretty cool. I did pop the box open, no photo etch, which is kind of cool. It's all plastic. The cover art's actually lifted right from the 35th scale version of that, but the detail work on this thing, actually, put this down. Yeah, let's pull up the top of the turret here. Here we go. Like, just insanely well done. Ooh, bag of ASMR. Yeah, even the top of the hull. Like, the skid area, anti-skid area. Yeah, this is, and guys, it was 15 bucks shipped. Like, I was 15 and change in on this thing. I have a Merkava, but I dropped the chain on the back of the turret. Oh, I hope that I found them all back. Oh, I hope so too. Missed the scale, 1/72. I'm starting to move towards primarily focusing my armor on, and planes as well, on 1/72. Planes actually 1/48 because some of the stuff is just too tiny otherwise. But the armor in 1/72 scale, especially like some of this new crop of stuff, you know, Border, Meng, Flyhawk, even to some degree Vespid. The stuff that's coming out is just absolutely fabulous. That size looks right, yeah. And like I said, it's 15 bucks. So AliExpress, 15 bucks. I don't even think this thing is shipping yet, but somehow some of these early these early vendors in China are getting them. So, hey, anyway, can't recommend it enough. This thing is gorgeous. And unlike there's a Hobby Boss version of this one as well, which I would not recommend. But the Hobby Boss version, like, is missing all of this. I forget what they call this thing, but it's literally this ball and chain stuff that kind of hangs off the back in order to prevent something getting shot into the turret behind here. How nice kit might match well with a futuristic setup. Absolutely. This to me, I'm going to go on a limb here. This model to me either has some super futuristic looking kind of diorama that goes with it, or it does something political. And by political, I mean probably not necessarily Israeli. So, but I got to be cautious with that because there's a story to it. I try to let my storytelling be kind of non-offensive, but pushing bounds, if you know what I mean. Political, please. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I could do something to this, and I can guarantee you, it will potentially inflame a lot of people. And I'm not looking intentionally to do that. I'm not shying from it, but I'm not looking potentially to do that. But we shall see. All right, so with that, I'm going to just sand this last bit here because the chunkiness on this thing is obscene. Like the amount of... Well, in the end, nobody's going to see the interior of this thing, so I'm not too concerned about it, but I'm trying to get this thing kind of done. Political? I would never. Clutches pearls. Exactly. I would never. That's what art does. Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree, but I think it's also, yeah, like I said, I've had an idea about doing this for a while, but I might run the idea by a couple people first just to get a take on it. If that does happen, I will never enter it into a competition. I will tell you that, because I also am a very firm believer that if you do something like that, be very careful about what you're putting on a table. I have no problem displaying it, just I won't compete with it. Anyway, with that, time for me to roll. I'll fill you guys in on that once we get to that. This model probably will get built up at some point this year because it's just too groovy looking not to build it up. Anyway, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I do appreciate it. Fun morning conversation. Lots of stuff being discussed. What color pink are you going to paint it? Oh, not this one. This one's getting something else. Later, fellas. Later, Nick. So, guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. I really do enjoy having these conversations with you guys. I enjoy that I'm enjoying that it's kind of a lot more low-key now. I will be doing a live stream tonight at 7 o'clock. That one's going to be the opposite of this. In terms of you'll be hearing a lot more about kind of like a lot more opinion. And we'll leave it at that. So with that, guys, go out there, do good, enjoy the day as much as you possibly can, and brighten somebody's world. It is getting nuttier and crazier in a way that I've been around for a while, like in a way I've never seen. Catch you all later. Later, Seb. Later, Nick, Mason, Edwin. All of y'all have good days. But go out there and brighten the world. Make somebody's day better. Make it 7 p.m. tonight, Eastern time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But go out there and brighten somebody's world. Help somebody out. Don't make somebody's life miserable. Make it better. All right? Will there be any modeling tonight? I will be snapping up something. Yes, I will always be talking and snapping. It's not just talking, Nick. I can't do that. I got to do something with these hands. Anyway, do good. Enjoy the day, guys. And I'll see you hopefully tonight. And if not, tomorrow morning. Love you all. Peace.